Okay, we finished the problem statement. We finished the flow chart to test our solution. Now we're ready to go ahead and do our JavaScript. So again, I put in my script tags, start script, end script, and then I copied over most of it, but I didn't copy over the decision down here. So again, we bring in our constants, not our scope, just our constants. Here they are over here. I added var space to all of these and then semicolons to the end. I mean, I've done this so many times that you should know how to be able to do it by now. And this end, what do we put in our blank places in memory? Well, our input and then the result of our calculation. Now we have no calculation here, but we do have an assignment that we're going to be doing, and that's for dorm assigned. So those are my three places in memory that are blank. And then I'm going to put these text values into these places in memory as my constants. We had two input here, gender and athlete, and I've added those. Plus my first test is going to be male and yes, so I placed that in there. So now we're ready to go ahead and start coding the rest. And the first thing I'm going to code is this right here. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it in here. So I put everything in except the calculations. And now I'm going to do the build and test methodology. So starting from now until the end of the class, you should be doing build and test. A lot of students don't like doing it because they think it takes too long, but it's actually your fastest way to finish anything that you're going to be doing. And actually, professional developers all use the build and test methodology. They don't build everything and hope for the best. They build and then test it and then move on. So Control V. All right, so this is our first thing that we're going to have is this one right here. So first thing I'm going to have to do is change this by adding parentheses, add double equal signs, and then close parentheses. That if is done. Add a parentheses, and remember we have to use equal equal or it means assign to. We don't want to assign to, which is what that equal means. We want to see if these two are the same. All right, after that we have to have a start brace. So that's shift key to the right of P. Looks like a parenthesis, but there's actually a brace there. And if that's true, so that's that if. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to comment this. And I'm going to say start male. Now, everything else I do in here is going to be for the male. So I'm going to immediately go down to the bottom here and add a close brace. And then this is stop male. Male. Stop that male. So this if and this close, everything else is going to be done inside. It's always a good idea to put your close brace in after you do your start brace, or you'll forget to do it, and then you'll have problems. So now we have to do the inside decision. And so I have to have another brace, a start brace, and this is going to be start athlete. And then I'm going to add a semicolon. Oops, that's an L. Semicolon. And then a stop brace. That's shift 2 to the right of P. And then stop athlete. See, so what I've done here, I have created my first path, but I can't do it unless I have open and closed braces. If I have just an open brace, it's going to give me an error message. And I forgot this also. So we have to put parentheses around for athlete equals yes and make it equal yes. Now we can test it. All right, because now I have fixed all the problems I might have had with this. So let's go ahead and preview it, and it's going to do male yes. So it should put McMaster. So preview it. Male, yes, McMaster. All right, so we know that that path is true. So now we just finish up this path here. We always finish up one at the inside rather than going to the outside. So the next one is going to be else. So if they typed in no, then I'm going to have an open brace, and that's going to be start not athlete. All All right, we're going to be doing the same thing here. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this and paste it in, add a semicolon, and then add my close brace. And see how I'm tabbing these? Very important that they're tabbed so it makes it, and this is stop, not athlete. All right, it's important that you stop and start. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to no because I'm going to test now to see if they say no, they're a male, but they're not an athlete. All right, so I'll preview it. Male, no, and scram. Well, good. All right, so now I finished the male. So after the stop male, because I'm done with males, now I'm going to do the next one, and that's just going to be else because if it's not male, then it's automatically female, and we just use else. But we're going to use our pair now. I'm going to say if. Well, I'm not even going to do that. Now I have this if I'm going to use else if athlete equals yes. But why get it from over here when I've already coded it? So I'm going to do Control C, Control V. Okay, easy enough. And now what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to copy this. What? Yes. Control C, Control V. Now this is all done out, right? So if it's now, remember, else means it's a female. Is it an athlete? Whoops. I keep doing the wrong thing. Sorry about that. And I want to just move these over. Move this over. Move this over. Move that over. It takes a few seconds to move everything over. The athlete stays the same. What? Yes. See, so I did a good job of doing that. You could put female athlete and you could put male up here, but why not just leave it this way? We can see, is anything wrong with what we've done? So nothing that I can see except these are not male anymore. What did we use? We use, instead of male, we use FEM for female. So Control C. And I'll just come down here and change this. Control V. Control V. Wow, that was so quick. So when students tell me that it's too slow doing it this way, I say, you're crazy. This is the fastest way to do it. And I should have no problem. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be 2 female tests. I'll start with no first, and that should be boating. So let's go ahead and preview it. Female, no, boating. And then one more test to do, and that's just come back to yes. Now I've tested it 4 times, and it's quick. And if I had any problems, this is Thornley, excellent. It all works. So that's the important thing to remember. The build and test methodology in your flowchart and in your code is the fastest and easiest way to get your solution done. So if you come in here, and I see it in the classroom all the time because I teach it in the classroom, and I teach it build and test, and I'll watch a student and they'll copy everything, copy all this and paste it in, and then start trying to code it, and then they get error messages out the yin yang. And why? Because they didn't do the build and test methodology. They just remembered, yeah, I just copy and paste this whole mess, and then I'll try to JavaScript it up, and then when I have a problem, I have no idea what went wrong. But if you do the build and test like I did here, do some nice tabbing, anytime you have an error, it'll be very easy to hunt that error down because the last thing you did caused the error. And that's what makes life easy. All right, so let's go ahead and save this now. So File, Save As, and we're going to go to Lessons, and there's draw. You can see I've already done this before. So let's go ahead and save it. It's going to say, hey, you want to overwrite it? And it's going to say yes. But you should be saving everything you do in the lessons into the assignments block that we've already set up for you, that we've set up initially, 114 assignments. I have all the assignments here. So while you're working towards assignment 4, ignore that. Everything goes into your lessons. And then if you need to go back and take a look at them, You've got it. I have no idea what this thing is right here, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. All right, that's it. We're on to the next problem.